Hello and welcome to English 215 Business Writing. I am Eric Jerkins, your instructor, and this is just an introductory video, just me going over the syllabus and some of the major assignments, as well as sort of what we're going to be emphasizing in this course. Essentially, my purpose for business writing is to help all of you become better, more effective communicators in whatever particular professional and business settings that you find yourselves in or aspire to be in. So to that effect, there are three major assignments for this course, as well as exams and the discussion forums that some of you are already experiencing and working in. So the three major assignments are as follows. The first is an international business letter, and because this course discusses a lot of the ethics and procedures and best practices for working in an international setting, and let's face it, if your business, your profession has a website, you are international. So the business international business letter is designed to help you think about how to tailor your writing, your correspondence, your communication to the particular needs and expectations of people in different cultures. And by international, as you will see on the prompt, it doesn't just mean, writing a letter to a business in Germany or Japan or Russia, but also, let's say you're in Menominee or Oneida, and you want to communicate with, somebody from a different nation, Ojibwe, Ho Chunk, etc. That is international communication, because each of these cultures is not going to have exactly the same approach and the same expectations of communication and correspondence. So this international business letter will find you creating a sales pitch for a business that I basically have you work for, and you tailor that sales pitch to whatever particular culture, the business in that culture that you're aiming for. So not only are you writing a letter, but the second part of that assignment is that you are doing research on the culture and business culture of where that business is from. So let's say if you want to, write to a business in Japan, you're going to study how businesses correspond and work in that country. So the second major assignment is what is a case study assignment, case study analysis and summary. And as some of you already know very well, case study work is something that's very common in a lot of different business settings. So this is a chance to either introduce you to that or to help you practice with it. And again, many of you have probably already done a lot of this kind of work in your business situations already. So this is not to imply that you haven't already done it, but again, it will serve as practice for a lot of you. And maybe it will be introductions for some of you, because the textbook itself goes over pretty much every major kind of business correspondence, whether it's emails, different reports, also effective tips on giving presentations, finding jobs, that sort of thing. The only thing that it really doesn't do, that's actually specified in the course learning outcomes, is talk about grant proposals. We will be talking about grant writing in a little more detail later on in the semester. And certainly if you want me to introduce more material that is centered on grant writing, please let me know. Although I should inform everyone that coming down the pipeline relatively soon is a specific course on grant writing that was recently approved. So I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be offered, but it is going to be sooner rather than later. But keep up looking at the course schedules for that. So in addition to the case study assignments, you will be doing a group business project. In that you will propose a new business, and you will deliver an executive summary of that proposal, as well as a at least 15-minute multimedia presentation of that proposal. So most of you have done business proposals in other business or public admin courses, but this one does work a little differently. It is, for starters, an executive summary, so it's going to be no more than 5 or 6 pages. But one of the things that it's going to focus on is ethics and sustainability. So that is, not only are you going to be proposing this new business, but one of the things that you will have to consider in that proposal is the potential environmental and other sort of impact that this business might have. So for example, a lot of people will propose laundromats. Well, if you're going to do that, you'll have to do some work on, resource use. So, can this kind of business be sustainable in the environment that you're proposing to put it in? One of the other major aspects of this assignment is that part of your budget, and you will have to come up with a basic budget, is making sure that your employees are making a living wage. There's not going to be any sort of minimum wage here, but a livable wage, because it's my firm belief that if you cannot afford to pay the people who work for you a living wage, so that they don't have to have a second job, that they don't have to live at the brink of starvation, then you can't afford to be in business. For me, that's one of the sort of the basic ethics of a good business. Now, to be honest, it's like I am not a business person in any way, shape, or form. But again, it is my job to help you become more effective communicators in your business settings. To that end, one of the things that I will remind you of is that every week on Fridays at 9 a.m. I will be conducting virtual office hours in the Google chat room. So if you want to come by and say hello, if you need to chat with me directly, if you want to say hello to your fellow students, please come by. These virtual office hours are not mandatory, so you can go the whole semester without going to them. However, if at any point you do need to speak with me directly, please let me know, and I can set up a one-on-one chat, because I want to be as available to you as possible, since we're not going to be meeting face to face. So in addition to the major assignments, again, there will be 2 exams, a midterm and a final, and these exams go over things like the chapter quiz questions, and so you'll be doing an open note quiz for each of the chapters in the textbook. You'll be expected to do basic editing and proofreading for these, so you'll be given a document with all sorts of errors in them that you will be asked to correct. And in addition, you will be doing document analysis and revision, and summation. So these exams cover some of the basic things that you will be doing or have been doing in a day-to-day setting in whatever particular career that you're in. And as some of you have already participated in, there will be weekly discussion forums of various sorts that cover topics ranging from the let's say the video that you had to watch for this week to next week's discussion forum. You will be talking about your experiences as a writer in a business setting, either in your own career, or discuss any times that you've had to write to a business for whatever particular reason. You'll see the instructions for that discussion forum in Canvas. And speaking of Canvas, if you do have any problems or questions about Canvas, please let me know, and I will do my best to help you with it. I am still learning Canvas along with the rest of you. We had 2 weeks of intensive training on it, but that's barely a start on it. Okay, and so the final thing that you'll be doing are these chapter exercises. So you will see in the module that you will be, forgive me, that's one of my cats. You'll be expected to do the various exercises from the textbook chapter, which practice the different skills and concepts that each chapter presents. So I try to make it very clear which of those exercises that you are to do. Follow the instructions. But if you ever have any questions about those or any of the other assignments, you'll be given specific prompts for each of the papers and such. I haven't put any of those up yet. I will do so within the next week or so. Okay, so that basically concludes my introductory video. One last thing. One of the assignments that you'll be turning in, the International Business Letter, will be an artifact for assessment. So we at CMN assess different assignments to make sure that our courses are meeting the course and program outcomes. So if you take a look at your syllabus, you will see details on how the business letter is going to be used for assessment. And this assessment is only for majors in the programs. So if you're not a business or public admin major, then that assignment will not be assessed in that way. Okay, so thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you in the office hours tomorrow, August 21st. If not, until next week, be safe, be well.